Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So pretty solid and violent move to the upside yesterday, and looking well structured on the 8-hour. Nice strong bar, then the bars are getting smaller as we go higher. So that well structured, pretty decent price action, actually textbook price action at the moment. We do have the oscillators grouped to the upside. We have broken the 155 EMA. So this swing high here is definitely a level to be paying attention to. That's 31,654. Any pullback onto there, I'm looking to be long. Right now, a break of that area there, which is what we're doing. So let's just get that exact. So that is 31,912. 31,900. Just round that off. That's the area we need to be paying attention at the moment. Look to the left, there's quite a bit of interaction here, so whether this just continues is another story. So you probably find this is going to give us some resistance. If it does continue, then you're looking for a continuation into this 32,600, 32,630 area. So that's kind of the view that we've got at the moment on the higher time frames. We've got a decent grouping here of the oscillators indicating we are tired. But obviously we want to see a crossover and then swing down before we start worrying about moves to the downside. If we look at the 3-hour, similar kind of situation. We have a grouping of the oscillators at the moment. And you can see, when we did the video yesterday, we were just hovering around here in this little range. And look how strong that move has been to the upside. The other thing to take note of is look at my oscillators. They have crossed over far apart. And when that happens, there's normally an explosive move, and there's a great example of this explosive move. So I would say that this move to the upside is getting really tired. I don't really want to be jumping in up here. I'm looking for the pullback onto structure for another opportunity to buy into this. And this level here makes the most sense. That's 31,654. We have a weekly high that we got through this morning, which is here from 3 weeks ago. And we've also broken through the last 2 weekly highs. So it's a fairly strong area. If we can hold this through the week, that is a fairly bullish signal, and we've got a bit more of a move to the upside bring. So on the hour, you can see there was the video that we did yesterday in amongst that. And the moral of the story is quite simple. Break it to the downside, retest, you're looking for a move bottom of bigger range. Break to the upside, retest, you're looking for a bigger move up, and that's pretty much what transpired. Now you can see the grouping here to the oscillators, which just gives you your bias to the upside and also being above the 155 EMA. So all that structure there just gives you a good sense of how this strategy works. Anyway, what I'm looking for now is definitely don't want to be jumping in long when my oscillators are grouped to the upside. We are overbought. It is not the scenario that you're looking for. What we're looking for is a pullback onto structure. There's nothing here on the 1 hour that's going to excite us or get us an opportunity to get in. So you drop down to the lower time frame. What you're looking for here, and I'm going to start just fine-tuning our levels here. That would be the first area that I'd be paying attention to. So firstly, I want to see the oscillators either separate like this, and you can see there was the range. We broke the range, came back. There was a retest of the top of the range. There's previous swing high plus your moving averages, and a separation of my oscillators on the 15-minute. That was your signal there. So as soon as you saw that engulfing bar, long, stop below the engulfing bar, and you're anticipating a pretty strong move up. And it's normally you've got a 60% probability of this playing out, and that's exactly what played out. So at the moment, extremely overbought on all time frames. So we're looking for a pullback. It looks like there's a crossover brewed already here on the oscillators, and the faster moving oscillator should drift lower. The slower moving oscillator should just hover at the top here, and we should get a similar setup to this that we got yesterday. And even if we get this kind of setup, it's the same scenario. But what I'm looking for is a pullback onto structure, and that pullback onto structure, first price is 31,881 and 31,800. If we can hold that, then we should get a move up. If we break through that, then it would probably be wise to wait for this 31,642 area before looking for another opportunity. And you can actually drop as far as this area here, which would be 31,523, and your uptrend is still intact on the 15 minutes. So 155 EMA is our uptrend. Any drop down into this area, which would then start bringing any sort of Fibonacci level into play. And there's your 50%, there's your 60% Fibonacci. So any pullback into that area would still offer an opportunity to buy. So moral of the story for me today is I'm looking for structure to buy off. This is my first zone, which is 31,881, 31,800. That's my first zone to be looking for. If that gives way, then I'm looking further down here for an opportunity to buy into this. And then if it pulls this far back, then I'm looking for a retest of the highs. If we just get into this zone here, I'm anticipating a break of this high at the moment, and then I just want to get to a higher time frame to start looking for the structure that we should be looking for. And unfortunately, or should I say fortunately, that would be the most logical area, which is 32,500. So 3,200 would have to give away first, then 32,500 would be the next level to the upside, and that's fairly far away. So yeah, I'm anticipating a pretty strong move up. We're still in a bear trend, obviously, if you look at this on the daily. But you know, we're going to have to break above this swing high here before we have any probability of a reversal of this trend starting to form. So it's all still within the downward trend, but this is basically a pullback in the downward trend. But this, as I said yesterday and Monday, this consolidation that we're seeing here, where there's just no, they're trying to sell, but there's just no sellers. So with earnings season, there's a lot of buyers coming in at the moment, and we still got quite a few earnings to come out still this week and next week, and the week after, actually, some big plays coming out. So yeah, I anticipate we're probably just looking for a rally here in the bear trend. We start breaking above these swing highs here from June, early June, late May. That's a different ball game. Then we're looking for structure to find support, and then we're looking for a daily uptrend to continue. That's kind of my view of the morning. This morning. Looking for pullbacks. 15-minute chart is the way to go, and looking to buy off the structure, and just anticipating a continuation up to this 32,500 area at the moment. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.